Hi everyone, Elliot Wave Sage. I want to go ahead and do a market update. And this isn't financial advice. Always do what's best for you. Just use this video for your education, entertainment purposes only. So the market looks like it wants to continue the correction. It's pretty weak right now. We haven't, really we've traded sideways for quite a while here. But I do think we have a move coming one way or the other. So if we're looking at the SPY, again, to me this looks like the W and then a connector, and then we go down. So if we look at that, where can we expect the bounce potentially? 407, 406, 405, this neighborhood. Okay, so it seems like the market will bounce only because of how much RSI we're burning here and the overlapping nature of the waves. So the primary trend is still up. This isn't. That's what this is telling me. Now, if we can break this area 404, then I think the triangle comes into play. So I do think we have some more downside coming. But I think it's like place your bets. Do you think we're going to bounce or do you think we're going to crash? It seems more likely we'll get a bounce. We'll get a bounce and finish the correction. And but everyone's got to do what's best for you. Everyone's got to do what's best for you because if again this could be a shoulder, head, and then we could form another and crash. So you got to really have very good entries and money management and how you trade here to navigate this. So the market is doing that. The cues look like to me either we're going to bounce, which means earnings is going to surprise to the upside, or later today we'll drop a little more in X, maybe down to 311, 310, and then bounce to finish the corrective move. This would allow some of the stocks to finish its sequences that need to go higher, individual stocks. Uh, but it doesn't really have to do this. It could still, it could still drop significantly. So it's really a real, again, the market hasn't decided. My bet is a bounce, a drop and a bounce, and then a crash. That's kind of what I'm thinking because there's a lot of RSI burn. The 4 hour stochastic wants to come up, right? The daily is now reset, the daily cycle. So this reset the stochastics, but kept the market supported. So there's obviously someone here that's panic buying in the dip. They want in. They're so desperate to buy. And it's enough firepower that I believe could cause a squeeze and then a capitulation event for the Bears, and then everyone's all in, all bulled up. I believe in this really, which is be the worst possible time to have your money in the market, and then all hell breaks loose. This is what I think we're gonna come to. Just from looking at the market. So want to look at how do you want to trade the market? Well, what are some trades? Let's see. Bitcoin should bounce then if that happens. So Bitcoin at 25,002, 25,000 would be a good trade for a long, but that should bounce with the market. Again, that would surprise people. That would negate what I have here. This only is possible. This graph that I'm showing here for Bitcoin is if the triangle is done and we're gonna crash any moment now. This is what we'll see. If we don't, we get a squeeze higher, then this should squeeze higher too. And oil found a bottom yesterday. We'll see if it holds. This would be also a signal. If we can't hold that, that would be a connector. That would bring the 2 back down to 70. That would be pretty bearish, risk off for the commodity energy cyclical sector. So keep an eye on that. Gold, every time it dips, it's getting bid. Silver dipped and got bought up, but I do like it if it can come down to this 24, 23 area. Then again, been warning about nat gas. Just be careful in it. I think it has more downside. The bond market, again, 10-year, looking for this risk-off move or drop. This could also help technology if bonds are going to go, if we're going to rates are going to go lower. 2-year, I mentioned the B could be done here, and when it's done, the banks could start to collapse again, and we're starting to see that with First Republic today. We saw the banks collapse here. I believe we'll see more banks collapse here and that leg. If this is what's happening, if this is the count. Dollar hasn't decided, so could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and a 1, 2 down, or it could be a 3, 4, 5 and we're about to rip out of here, which would be crash for the markets, but the market hasn't decided yet. For commodity stocks, I do like energy when it dips. It seems like it's getting supported pretty well. Bore bouncing. XOM looks like that's 5 now with divergence. So most likely this corrective move is now negated. We could put the 2 here, and now we're in some kind of 1. Right? Some kind of move higher. So energy's bullish. So what can catch up? What needs to catch up? Like I said, I still like the miners. I like some of these other beaten down names like Cliff here. Even if it's going to sell off more, I like it against 1185. I was looking at Freeport. That looks like 3. This looks like 5, and now you have 3 down. So Freeport could be a buy today against 3486, but you want to be careful in that because it could still move down in 3 down into this area, or even do the bigger correction, which would be an indice crash if this happened. So again, place your bets. And then uranium, I like that because it's lagging behind. I will hold on to that for now. And then technology, AI, I said, if it can get to the 16s, it's a good dip buy. And for me, it's kind of a close enough entry here with capitulation. So I do like that trade. Should get one more pump higher. Tesla should be getting into this area soon. AMD should be getting to 84 soon. This area. Apple, you could try to be aggressive here, but again, kind of dangerous. And then Amazon still pushing higher. Again, still pushing higher. So I do like those trades, and there is a lot of trades out there if you look for them. Mentioned Zimmer in this 5th wave down here coming. So you just got to keep an eye out for what's going to work for you. How's DNA doing? See how this plays out. Again, Cathie Wood every day is buying hundreds and thousands of shares of this. She's accumulating it. So nothing else that catches my eye. No China Tech. I'm not interested in China Tech until the K-Web trades down to 24.51. Then I'll take interest. Neo was finally breaking our low after all this time and patience, and now it'll hit 7. And the question is, how many of you will actually buy it now? Probably not many. When we were here, everyone wanted Neo. I want Neo. I want Neo. When's Neo gonna hit? But I bet when we're trading down here, no one's gonna want it. So here's your moment to say, yeah, I'm gonna pick up Neo when it hits 685. How many of you out there are gonna pull the trigger? Because I'm sure if I go fast forward in the future and we're trading in the 30s or 40s, you'll be like, oh man, if Neo was $7, I would have bought, I would have more, bought everything. I would have bought as much as I could. No, you wouldn't, because that's the whole nature of this correction. It's scary to buy here, because right now that's not the theme. Like Tesla won't be the theme, the negative news. So here we are, playing out. Took a lot of patience, and here we are. JD, I think, is breaking down too. We're breaking that low. Very bearish, but creates a great opportunity at 25 for a really good bounce trade. So keep an eye on JD for 24 or 25 bucks. That could get a really healthy bounce. But unfortunately, that won't be the bottom. It just will be a nice trade idea. A trade idea that could work out. And yeah, requested stocks. I always said, keep an eye on AEHR. And we're making our way down to 23. That's when that this expanded flat should be finished. Around here, this area, get in there. So the market, yeah, I think the market's gonna really frustrate a lot of bears because of this. I think we'll have a rally higher coming after this corrective move is over, and then all hell breaks loose a little bit later, later in the month of May, probably around debt ceiling time, huh? So that's what I anticipate. So this is the most likely path that I'm looking at right now. Something like this, and then a massive crash, like March 2020 style, right when everyone thinks it's all clear, but it won't be. This is what I'm thinking. Something like this. Now, the reason being is if you look again, a lot of the daily stochastics are being reset. So a lot of the bears firepower is being absorbed by buyers. Again, a lot of dip buying. A lot of people are desperate to buy. Buy. They want to buy so bad. And it will, and then they'll push out of this, squeeze, and then euphoria. So what's another trade? Let's look at some of the leverage funds. TQQ. Again, here 25, 24. To play that move up. If we get that next move higher, this could be in 3, a connector, and then one more push higher. So again, just trying to give you guys some ideas of how to play this. And then if it is a crash, then you'll see the market extend lower, extend through this like 400 level, and then that'll be it. And then the X is done, and we'll see a massive capitulation of it. All right, so that's my update, guys. Good luck, and talk to you guys soon.